Cole Palmer wouldn't get into Arsenal's best 11.
I disagree.
I'll tell you what, he could lose his place at Eze in the World Cup squad.
Wow. Cole Palmer and Saka. You know your mouth is watering just thinking about it.
I thought you said Cole Palmer instead of Saka.
No.
Chelsea, the amount of money you've spent, you shouldn't be telling me nothing about the Conference League because you shouldn't be in there. Emirates has a better atmosphere than Stamford Bridge, 100%.
Come on now.
Arsenal are the biggest team in London. We are. So, we've got Liam Rosenior.
Yeah.
You look just like Liam Rosenior, bro. You know what I mean? It's just the glasses that are different.
Yeah, I know, and I've got the other pair at home. I just forgot to bring them today. I've fully committed to the role. You know what I mean?
Right, it's just the big one, man.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I'm saying you first because we're playing at your first leg at your place. Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
Semi-final of the Carabao Cup. I know you had a big bet with my brother about who's going to win a trophy first, so there's a lot on this.
a lot on this
game, but no, first of all, I'll ask you, man, new manager.
Yeah.
No Maresca, who I actually thought was a decent manager. I thought, listen, we came up against you guys. I thought tactically he was pretty good in that game, you know what I mean, with 10 men.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've only had one game with this guy. What were you expecting?
Well, he's a great speaker. He's a great talker. He's articulated himself brilliantly in all the media, conferences so far. Then he gets off to a great start with that Charlton win, which I'm not even going to, take lightly because I've seen us struggle against Lincoln this season, struggle against Cardiff, struggle against Carabao, struggling in Leeds, games we should win in this Premier League against newly promoted sides. We've had struggles. I think even a 4-3 win against Wolves in the Cup. So to go comprehensively and beat Charlton convincingly, put 5 past them, show a bit more attacking impetus in the second half, a bit more cutthroat nature. I think it puts us in a better position. I mean, we've been in horrendous form. We had, I think, 3 points in the last 15 in the Prem.
Well, we finished playing you,
And then after that, it was just like, done.
Yeah,
tumbled down to 8th place. Since we played you last, everything's gone wrong. Manager change, tumbling down the table into 8th place, losing matches, December, dirty December. You know what I mean? That's what they say. Bro, it's been long for us. That was the last proper battle, good performance that we've had. And then after that, it's just been, it's been...
You happy you got this guy?
I'm not happy we got him because I would prefer to have an elite level manager. I'd prefer to have one of the best managers in the world. If you told me that we were in line for looking at like a Luis Enrique who's potentially going to maybe move from PSG in the summer, I don't know, or we went for someone of that ilk, I'd be buzzing, I'd be excited. I'd be like, yes, we finally got someone that kind of leads by example, has the honours and has the trophy cabinet to kind of back it up when he's talking to these young players. Because I feel like we just need to elevate. I wouldn't be surprised if Liam Rosenior he's got potential. He's young, he's still got lots to learn as a manager, as a coach. First big job, the pressure, dealing with the media, consecutive losses, how does he navigate all of that? Very similar to Maresca. Potential, good manager, young, but that doesn't take us to the next level. Or at least if it does, it's going to take a long time. And Chelsea just love to keep having a restart and a reset on this project and instability.
If you go with an Arteta-type manager, which is like, remember when Arteta came in, right? He hasn't managed, he was assistant, like Maresca, right? And you got to give a manager like that time, exactly. because he's learning.
And you got to back them as well.
And you got to back them. But listen, it's a massive game. You want to win it, obviously. I want to win it. We need a trophy. You need a trophy.
We don't need this, man.
No, we need this, man. What are you talking about, man? This will set us in good stead, man, for the battle in the league, man. If we can go and win this, get a trophy. We haven't won a trophy since that FA Cup when Arteta first come in. Give them a trophy, let the players feel good and think, want more of this. You know what I mean?
Play like a Carlos Vela or... You know what I mean? Frimpong and bring these men out, man. Like Arsene Wenger used to do.
We're going strong in this game. We're going strong. I'm telling you, this will be... You're definitely going to go strong.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I think we'll go strong. Especially, I can see that based off of our game against Portsmouth. Rested 10 players. So I know he's going strong. Yeah. Even though at the weekend, we got Forest, but I think he's going to go strong.
Yeah. I've always said, I think Arsenal have almost disrespected this trophy too often in recent years. I think you've not won it for a while, isn't it?
No.
Not since the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we won it under Mourinho. This first trophy we got led to the back-to-back titles. Pep has always taken this trophy incredibly seriously. I feel like this, like you said, this trophy just puts you in good stead, gets that winning mentality, that taste for it. And as soon as you lift that cup at Wembley, it's not the be-all and end-all, it's not a major, but it just keeps the players going. It's a great little.
It went out in the semi-final last year, man, and it was a really poor showing in the semi-final. So we've got to do better in this one, man. So I expect the only person I reckon will be Kepa. I reckon that the rest of the team will be really strong. So
former player,
man.
Madueke as well. A few of them. Havertz maybe.
Havertz. They all do well against you when they come back.
They all win a Prem at Arsenal. Oh my days, my head will be spinning.
It's going to happen, man, surely. Right, listen, we got the face-off today, right?
Yeah.
Questions come up on the screen,
okay,
and then we give our opinions on them. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's get the first one. You start off first, the game's at your place.
This fixture means more to Chelsea than Arsenal. I agree with that. Because you guys are fighting for a title, which is a massive thing, and it's something that you've been chasing for many years now, so it's going to certainly be a priority for you, I think even more so than the Champions League, marginally. You're also one of the favourites for the Champions League, got to the semi-final last year, lost to PSG, the eventual winners. We are in a very different period. We've got a new manager. It would be very easy for the expectations to drop a little bit, but I think there's a lot of pressure from our fans, and rightly so, for this project that we're in to actually deliver some sort of trophy this season and kick on from the Club World Cup. I think if we lose, it's very damning for us in terms of where do we go next. Really, we've only got the FA Cup realistically, where for you, if you lose this, you can just continue to prioritise your majors that you're kind of...
I'd say slightly, because I think, listen, if we lose it, it's not the end of the world, but it will be more pressure on Mikel Arteta, because it's going to be like, well, it's another trophy that you haven't won. We got to the semi-final of that last year, semi-final of Champions League, came second. We got to break that perennial runners-up type tag that we've got, you know what I mean? So it's important. And I think a lot of the fans would love that. We haven't been to Wembley for a while. We love that day at Wembley. Nah, this is important for us as well. I think probably, listen, I think Racina, he's just come.
Yeah.
So for him and Chelsea, this would be, and your owners, this would be a great way of distraction and saying, listen, look, brought this new guy in, he's got us a final. But I think it's equally, I don't know, it's slightly...
You're trying to get that kind of, trying to get that...
Yeah, man, we need to get that winning mentality into us. So, you know, so...
Revenge against Newcastle or City as well.
Yeah.
In the final.
I remember when we played City in that final, they bopped us off the thing, man. I was like, we need that. Right, let's go to the next one. Arteta heavily rotating in the semi-finals is unacceptable. Listen, I agree. Because, all right, I know we got a very important game at the weekend away at Nottingham Forest, right? And if he does rotate, you will see what, you know, some people will be saying a bit understandable. But for me, it's a semi-final. I wouldn't rotate. Kepa, I keep Kepa in because he's been playing all these games. I'll probably bring in Martinelli because he's just scored a hat-trick. But apart from that, I'm going with my strongest possible team. This is a semi-final, man. Half of those players, those players that I'm thinking he'll play wouldn't have played against Portsmouth. So Saliba and that didn't even travel.
Yeah.
Go
and then
strong.
Champions League, you're sorted.
Yeah, and Stamford Bridge is a tough game. And then we got... These guys, they should be used to playing 3 games every 3 days. We've been doing it since the start of the season. So... You'll play again at the weekend, another high-pressure game, but then he can rest players for Inter. Yeah. You don't have to win that Inter game.
No, you're through.
We're through. And we only have to win one of those last 2 games, and the last game's that Karat team.
Okay, yeah.
And if we win that at home, right, even if we're second, we're still going to be...
Same thing.
You're still seeded, you still have your second game away from the second games at home. Go all out to try and win this. It's going to be a tough game.
It's a London derby.
And you're going to go very strong.
The place is going to be buzzing. Like Stamford Bridge, first game for the new manager. It's a night game as well. It's a London derby. It's a semi-final.
8,000 Arsenal fans there travelling.
It's going to be bedlam.
Go for it.
Bedlam. Yeah, I agree with this.
What we got next?
Arsenal's midfield is levels above Chelsea's. Levels is a strong word. When we say levels, we say levels. Is that really fair, considering what we have? I mean, if I'm to even throw Reece James into this equation, which I should, because Reece James...
Is he right back or midfielder?
He's a multifaceted, multifunctional individual. That's what he is. He could play right back.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife. He could play right back, centre mid. Hey, he could even play up front the way he shoots. But I think if you even throw him into the equation, he was man in the match against Arsenal in the 10 men. The 10-men game. Caicedo obviously suspended for this game, but he's still a top midfielder. Then you got Declan Rice on the other side. You got Zubimendi, and then you got Odegaard versus Palmer. You got Enzo Fernandez. You got Eze. I think if there's any part of the pitch that we're actually very well stacked, and Andre Santos, big talent, you know. If there's any part of the pitch we're well stacked, and I actually rate what we have, I've always said it's the midfield. I'll live and die by our midfield. Defense, that's a different question. Attack, that's a whole different game. But in the midfield, yeah.
To be fair, I actually agree with you. I don't think we're levels above. I think we're a little bit better than you in that area because there's a lot of comparable players. I think Rice is better than Caicedo because I think all round he's better. He's got better, obviously, discipline, leadership and stuff like that. But there's not mega in that. Like you said, James was brilliant. He's looked brilliant in midfield. You know what I mean? I think it's very evenly matched in midfield.
Yeah.
Even Enzo Fernandez is, you know, on his day, he's a top player in that midfield area. I think it's very evenly matched in the midfield. I wouldn't say we're levels. No. I'd say you could argue that this season we've been better in that area, but there's not lots in that. I do agree with you, like that area.
Yeah.
But we get to the next question. Caicedo. Oh, who's that to answer? You, Caicedo?
Caicedo is clear Declan Rice. I mean, clear is
no chance.
Clear is a
Absolutely
strong word. For me, this is. I remember punditry on this, and they were saying that this comparison is kind of silly because these two don't even play in the same position. And if you were to actually pair them together, they would be ridiculous together. So Caicedo's role for Chelsea is very similar to Zubimendi's role for Arsenal in terms of starting attacks or the first man kind of building out from the back. And Enzo Fernandez is more closer to Declan Rice in terms of box-to-box responsibilities, box crashing or getting some goals and having to go from final third to defensive third. If you put these two together, I think it's the most balanced midfield on the planet because you don't lack anything. You've got mobility, you've got tackling interceptions, you've got aerial ability, you've got free kicks, you've got, you know, long shots from Caicedo. We've seen him score this season. You've got set piece taking. You've got everything. So no one's clear of anyone. Same way back in the day we had the elite level midfielders in the Prem. You know, Fabregas, Gerrard, you wouldn't say anyone.
But what I would say is that Declan Rice can do both. He can also play in that 6 holding midfielder. He can do that and does that very well. And he can do what we've seen him doing this season, which is sort of like more box-to-box, all action everywhere. You know what I mean?
I think Caicedo could play box-to-box.
He could, but I just think Declan Rice has just got, you know, he's not clear, but he's got more. I just think he's got more to his game. The way his passing ability, the way he's able to spray passes and that. As we know, his set-piece deliveries are elite, you know what I mean? And then just the way he just gets around the pitch and... All right, Caicedo's very good at it. Caicedo's good at... That's one of his super strengths.
Set pieces, I agree. Caicedo can pass a ball.
If we look at super strengths of each team, of each player, I think Declan Rice has got a few more than Caicedo. That's what I'd say. But like you said, if you had both of them together,
bro,
oh my God.
When Caicedo is hitting that long shot from 25 yards, bro, it makes me feel a type of way.
If you had both of them in the midfield together, oh my God.
It would be crazy. It's close, but Caicedo's obviously not coming into a great position into this one because he's suspended.
Yeah, but that's talk to me about this guy's
discipline. Yeah,
talk to me about this guy's discipline.
The discipline needs to improve. Absolutely.
You know you got. I
can't be suspended.
You know you got this game.
Yeah.
And was it 4 minutes into the thing where you got to try and avoid a yellow card? You got a yellow card.
You got to be better than that.
Must be the South American, red blood flowing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next
Ecuadorian
one. Cole Palmer wouldn't get into Arsenal's best 11.
I disagree. He's getting in ahead of Odegaard and Eze for me.
Ooh.
Cole Palmer and Saka dovetailing on that.
Well, I don't know, you know, and especially this season, he ain't.
This season, I would agree.
Nothing this season.
But I agree. But if you're going on, he's been injured for a bit of it, then he's not been in it. But if you go off the peak Cole Palmer performance and match that up with Odegaard and Eze, it's better.
Peak Eze as well.
Cole Palmer's peak level is a ridiculous, dumb statistical season and ripping up the likes of PSG and all sorts on the continent. This is a player that for England was in a semi-final, getting off the bench and influencing, and then same thing in the final. Cole Palmer's peak surpasses Odegaard's peak and definitely Eze's peak. Definitely, Eze's peak is not even comparable to the other two.
Eze last season, he won, you know, he was a major part of Palace winning the FA Cup for the first time in their history.
But Cole
Don't underplay that.
I hear that, but that's a game. That's a few matches you can pull out. But in terms of a full season catalogues of work, Cole Palmer.
And even this season, Eze, I'll tell you what, he could lose his place at Eze in the World Cup squad.
Wow.
Look how Eze's been playing. He's been playing well for England.
Eze's not even playing for Arsenal right now.
Not right now, but he's still got the rest of the city. But I'm saying, if he don't get his act together, Cole Palmer.
Same with Eze. If he don't get his act together, Rodgers will be starting.
No, but Eze, when he's played for England, he's done really well. Even Cole Palmer, for England this season,
I think
he's got to get himself together.
I think Cole Palmer's been struggling with an injury or something, or not.
He don't look himself.
He don't look himself. But I think Rodgers right now is ahead of both of them on form. But
I think Cole Palmer.
He starts, man. Come on. Cole Palmer and Saka. You know your mouth is watering just thinking about it.
I thought you said Cole Palmer instead of Saka.
No. No.
Where's he playing?
In the 10. With Palmer, with Rice and Zub. Just think about all them times you need that final threaded pass, and Odegaard doesn't always play it.
Can do that.
And Palmer will play that risky pass.
Odegaard, look at the pass he played the other day.
Odegaard was being a bit risk avert last year. Let's be honest.
Again, injuries. He was coming off of injuries. But look at him when he had his great season.
Yeah, it was great.
2 seasons in a row.
Odegaard's best season.
No. 2 seasons in a row, Player of the Year.
Palmer, man. Ballon d'Or.
No. You know, I'm saying Odegaard in his peak.
You don't believe that. You've seen Cole Palmer.
I'm saying
You've seen Cole Palmer.
For 1 year. I saw Odegaard do that 2 years in a row.
Cole Palmer actually will get you off your seat. You've seen Cole Palmer nutmeg someone, pivot around a player.
I've seen Odegaard do that. I've seen Odegaard do that as well.
This is different, bro. Come on.
Was it different in what way?
The fluidity, the rolling of the studs over the board, the guile.
At his peak, right? At his peak, the only midfielder in the Premier League at that time was only De Bruyne that I would say was over Odegaard.
You don't think Palmer's more of a big game player than Odegaard?
Because the thing is, we're going to look at recency, and we're going to look at
because Cole Palmer's not been good recently. I'm just saying.
We're going to look at recent times, but I'm saying Odegaard before he got the injuries.
That 15-goal season that he got was good. Yeah, it was.
Again, look how many goals he scored. Yeah. I mean,
I think Palmer got more though when he did it.
Maybe we give him a game, you know.
I know my guy's more positionally versatile. He can play wide, he play 10. Odegaard can't play all these.
We might be able to give him a game. So we'll see.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we'll let him know.
Let's see the next one.
What's the next one?
Chelsea fans move the goalposts every season.
Yeah, I agree with that. You do.
I don't know.
Because I'm asking you, and I've been asking you this for a long time.
Yeah.
What is it you want from Chelsea?
I want to win the league.
You're miles off it.
I know. Right? But you asked me what I want. I want to win the league.
I'm confused with a lot of Chelsea fans, right? Because they're doing a lot of what we used to do. Talk about the past.
I don't want to talk about the past.
Right, so it's just be like, we're champions of Europe. Yeah, we've won it. All right, that's great. But in recent times, right, I know you won the Club World Cup, but in recent times, I look at Chelsea and I'm like, bro, you managed to even be telling me nothing about that.
But you're not winning.
Hold on. You can get to me in a second, right? But I'm like, Chelsea, for the amount of money you've spent, you shouldn't be telling me nothing about the Conference League because you shouldn't be in that.
Facts. You
spent billions. You should not be. It's embarrassing even being in that competition for Chelsea Football Club. I'm like, when was the last time, and I know you people, every time I ask Chelsea fans this, they'll immediately talk about us. Yeah, no, we ain't won it for ages. We've been out of it. But at least we've been challenging over the last few years. When was the last time Chelsea even challenged for the league?
Yeah, it's long.
The last time they won the league was 2017. You've been nowhere near it since.
Yep.
And then I look at Chelsea, what are they doing with the players they buy? I look at your team right now and I'm like, and I'm glad, right? Because I'm like, if they added 3 experienced players to that team. Top experienced players. You know when you had Thiago Silva and you had players of that ilk?
Yeah.
I'm like, if you had 3 guys like that,
a Rudy Garcia,
I go, that's a title competing team. But at the moment, it's just an investment arm. You know what I mean? Like they're just buying young players to make a profit on.
But
so in the summer, all the Chelsea fans are, our net spend and our profit. Bro, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go back to when you were winning things? Because I just look at it, I was like, and when we talk about winning things, the key thing for any club in this country is a title or a title push. And nowhere near that.
Yeah.
So that's why I agree.
But I think Chelsea fans, I can't speak for all Chelsea fans because some Chelsea fans are very happy with how things are going and they believe in the project wholeheartedly. But for a large section of supporters, we want to win Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, FA Cups, anything. We want.
How are you going to do that with your policy of what you're doing now?
That's why we don't agree with the policy. And I've been calling out directors since Poch left. I said in February of the season of Poch, I said if Pochettino's leaving, these directors have to go with him. And now I've extended that to the ownership because the directors have not subsequently been sacked for a job, in my opinion, that's not been good enough from them in terms of bringing in quality into this team, even with the restriction of age and wage. Chelsea fans, most of them that I speak to, want to win trophies, but because the recruitment and the managerial hiring process doesn't in line with that, we do get caught in the middle of this because it's like we have certain standards, ambitions that we want to aim for, and Chelsea will give you Garnacho and give you Liam Delap. And it's like, this is what we want to do, but this is what we're going to do because of what we've done. And that's...
Why they buy Garnacho?
Nice price point, they feel, that they can make a profit on probably in an 18-month period. Because for me, he doesn't improve the team. You can't look at Garnacho and say he vastly improves his team in comparison to what you've had prior with Jadon Sancho's or Madueke's out wide. The only winger that's come in that's actually impressed has been Esteval from the summer. Gittins has nice footwork, nice little playmaking here and there, but he's not ready to be at Chelsea and go for majors. He needs to be developing. He needs to be playing for a team lower down in the league where he can go through his ups and downs and improvements and work without that pressure. So the recruitment and the policies don't align with winning the majors, unfortunately. So at the moment, that's why we're a cup team.
All right, let's get the next one.
Let's see. Come on now.
Arsenal are the biggest team in London. We are.
Why?
We the most well-supported team in London.
I can't argue with that. All I can get stopped by is with Arsenal.
Right. I mean, we're the third biggest supported team in the country, right? So, but we're the biggest supported team in the country. Yeah, you're going to say you've won more Champions Leagues than us. Yep, that's true.
Any
right?
European trophy.
European.
And global also.
European heritage. But then if that's made you so big, why are you not as big as us around the world? You're not. You're not as big a club as us.
You guys got some nice
world.
Kits. You sell good cloth and,
right.
You know what I mean? We've
won, listen, long before Abramovich turned up, we were serial winners of the Premier League.
Serial winners?
Right. Well, we used to win the Premier League. We used to win leagues. We won more leagues than you. We won more FA Cups than you. Right. Yeah. The one area where we've fallen over in has been Europe. Right.
Big area.
Big area.
Massive.
Right. But I wouldn't say Aston Villa are a bigger club than us. They've won the European trophy. We got Forest coming up at the weekend. They've won in Europe. You know, I think if you went around and asked even Forest fans who's a bigger club, they're going to say Arsenal are a bigger club. So, yes, you've won those trophies. Yes, you've won them in recent times. You spent a lot of money to get them, but well done to you.
You spent a lot of money, to not win anything in the last 5 years. Let's not forget Arteta's been racking up.
5 years. I'm on about the last 20. Since Abramovich turned up, right? And
you guys decided to build that stadium. That's
turned this league upside down with it, so...
I'm just saying, you guys have spent as well,
We are... What are we saying when we say biggest team in London? Are we just saying the team that's won the most European Cups?
No, it's not for me.
Or the biggest team in London, if we just say big, like if you went up to someone on the street in London and said, who do you support? More people are going to say Arsenal than Chelsea. If you were that big, more people would say Chelsea than Arsenal.
I think the trauma that we've caused in recent years, in the last 20 years, has swayed the pendulum. The pendulum has definitely swung because...
No, it's not true.
Look at Baku, you look at the Champions League lifts, you look at the success on the continent and on the global stage. People look to Chelsea to keep certain standards in this city. When they look, and they do, because you guys have become a bit of a joke. I know you're coming out of that joke now because you've started to.
That's why everyone's scared.
Challenge.
That's why everyone's.
But you guys were mocked and ridiculed along with not going to say to the same degree as Tottenham, but you guys weren't seen as a serious.
Tottenham.
No, I'm not going to say on the same line as Tottenham, but you guys weren't seen as a very serious institution in this city. We were carrying this city on our back for the last 20 years, and I feel like that should come with some credit. We were carrying.
Even in our dark times, right? Even in our dark times.
In your great times, you're not winning anything.
Even in our dark times, people consider us as a bigger club than Chelsea.
I think you've got a lovely tradition. Lying? You've got a lovely tradition and heritage and history.
All of those things go towards making you a bigger club.
A lot of it was in the 1930s and 40s and 50s. I don't think that time should now be relevant in 2026.
What about in going invincible, as Ty would point out?
Come on.
Right? You've never done that. All those sort of things.
You've never won the Champions League?
As I said, we haven't.
But I'm just saying the 1940s and 30s and all these things.
If you walk down the street in London, if you walk...
We should do this.
Let's do it.
Come, let's go. You guys can move the cameras. You can pick them up. You want to vlog?
If you want, right, we can go out on the street and we can...
You can't do it here. We're near your ground. Come on. This is not fair.
All right, you know what?
We got to go zone 1 in the middle.
We'll go anywhere.
Oxford Street.
You tell me where you want to go in London. You tell me where you want to go in London.
Yeah.
Me and you will walk down there. Actually, it won't even be me and you because that might sway it.
Yeah, fair.
Right?
Get expressions.
Not expressions. We're just going to get a neutral person, right? A neutral person who just says, you know what? They act like they're a foreigner.
Yeah.
And they walk up to some people and they say, can you tell me what the biggest club in London is?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, right, if you ask 10 people, the majority of them are going to say Arsenal. You know it as well.
That needs to be done. I just want evidence. If I get the evidence, I'll be happy to concede.
You know it.
I just want the evidence.
You don't need no evidence because you know. Well, let's do it.
Get the camera crew out there, man. Let's go.
I want them to do it. I want them to do it. Yeah? And we send them out there and just say, yeah.
Little survey on the scene.
A survey.
Yeah.
A survey. Because you know, right, we are the biggest club in London. That's what burns Chelsea fans because they're like, yo,
burn us, man. We're the most successful in our lifetimes. In the lifetimes that we're living, we're the most successful. All the things that happened before I was born, I'm not going to say it doesn't count, but I'm just going to say it doesn't irk me.
Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Now, look what all we've done. And the Club World Cup. They're still not saying we're the best.
Right, you're in your best era right now. This is the strongest Arsenal team I've seen since I was born. Right, that I can remember, that I can live through and articulate and analyse. And you ain't won nothing. You got an FA Cup. We've won more than you in the last 5 years.
It's coming.
And we have been awful.
Yeah, but even some of them things you've won. The Club World Cup, we weren't in it? So we even got no chance to win that. And the Conference League,
Super Cup.
Conference.
Champions League was 2021.
You shouldn't even mention in those Super Cup.
So that's in the last
Conference
5 years.
League.
You know what I mean?
I know you didn't mention that Conference League.
Listen, the Conference League. I was there. I wasn't embarrassed. I was there. I enjoyed it, but it was.
No, enjoyable day.
It's a cherry on. It's a cherry on the top of the cake.
Don't get me. It's an enjoyable day.
We won it all. That's all we can say about that.
They won it all. You shouldn't be in that to win it all.
We won it all. We bought it all.
You bought it all. All right, let's get it. We're going to do that. We're going to do that survey.
Go win the Conference League, man. You need to talk about your.
No, we don't want that, man. You
know what I mean? Start.
Emirates has a better atmosphere than Stamford Bridge, 100%. Especially, I'd say...
Maybe because you're doing well now, though, no?
I'd say since Mikel Arteta's come in, one thing I give him huge credit for, right, is he identified something that I remember speaking to the old owners and saying to them, well, can't we do something about the atmosphere in this place, man? It's dead. You know what I mean? We've got a great stadium, it's dead. But he's come in and he identified that from day one and he said, listen, we need to do something about this. We need to bring the fans closer back to the players. So even before we were challenging, that atmosphere started to improve and improve. And now it's a great atmosphere. We didn't even have... I can't tell you how it used to annoy me. I come to Chelsea, right? Yeah. And I used to hear you guys coming out to... Liquidator.
Slapping the advertising all.
Right, and I used to go, what a cool song to come out to. I used to go to Anfield, Never Walk Alone. Even used to go to these little teams. Yeah. And they'd have an anthem. And I was like, where's ours? And
you didn't have nothing?
No, one time we was coming out to our Elvis Presley tune, then we was coming out to nothing. Right here, right now.
Oh,
right
yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, what is this? And now the North London Forever thing. Yeah. Brilliant. Creates an atmosphere before the game starts. The atmosphere at the Emirates has been really, really good. Better than the Bridge.
I think
down there has been a lot of toxicity.
Yeah. I think it plays a part how well the team's doing as well. I think because we're going through a very poor patch, it's difficult. The home section. The away fans on the big teams are always turning
away up. Chelsea away fans are good. Yeah. I ain't there's no way I'm gonna deny that because I'd be lying if I said they weren't. They are good.
Chelsea, Barcelona this season was special. I think the Champions League nights against the big teams, they get up for it. Yeah. But I do agree. The Premier League run-of-the-mill games, there's a lot of tourists now and there's people getting priced out and stuff.
The problem is with all Premier League teams, right? Like even people will say Liverpool's fantastic atmosphere if they're doing well. Yeah. If not, I've seen a load of their fans complaining about the atmosphere there. So
I've gone to Fulham Palace recently. It's been quiet. All home teams, I think, not even the size of the club anymore. I think just the away fans, Man United fans were out singing Palace fans like crazy at Selhurst. Yeah. So,
but our atmosphere is definitely better than Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, long may that last.
Over two legs.
Control beats chaos. That's an interesting point because you guys control, we chaos, I'm guessing is what they're referring to there.
I think control does beat chaos. I think
there's an advantage that you play at the Emirates in the second leg. I think
in cup competitions, right? Control is important. Because you don't want to... Listen, I was watching a game yesterday. Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah, I was watching that as well.
Brilliant game, but chaos.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid just conceding goal after goal. Like, you know, you have to have... When you're in finals, when you're in semi-finals, I think that's why Chelsea over the years have won so many trophies. Because when they've got into, especially when I'm going back to the days where you had the John Terry's and you controlled the game.
Yeah. That doesn't even have to be with the ball.
Is it Bayern you beat?
Yeah, in their stadium.
Controlled the game. Yeah. They had all the ball there, but then when those moments came...
You deliver.
Yeah. So I think sometimes control, but it's about, you can control the game, but when those moments come, you got to take them.
That's the thing. Control doesn't need to be with the ball. Sometimes people mistake control for possession, but out of possession, you can still be in control of the game and still have your setup and know that the team can't get past you, and that will frustrate them and that will lead to their own chaotic indecision making and rushing moments and taking those wild long shots, and that means you have control. So.
Although you could say last year, was that control or chaos the way PSG played?
In the what?
In the final.
In the final against Inter Milan.
Yeah, because they just literally...
That was destruction. That was demolition.
So that was kind of chaos, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So
that was both demolition. Yeah, that was wild.
They're the one team actually that's like...
That can do a bit of...
Just on the front foot and you just don't even get a kick.
Because the front line is very chaotic. People interchange and swap flanks. But then the midfield is just a lot of control,
Hard one.
Yeah.
But I think for this one, control.
Let's see.
Arsenal have to win this game. I don't think we do.
Nah.
I think if we can take a draw back to the Emirates, I think Arteta will be happy with that. I think the fans will be happy with that. I think we've got to try not to lose this game, man, because I remember last year when we played Newcastle, we lost the first leg. I mean, we were at home 2-0. Effectively, that was it. Tie over.
Yeah.
Tie over, man. Even if you're going to lose, it can only be like a 1-goal deficit. You can't. You start losing more than that, you are completely up against it. So I don't think we have to win this game. I'd say Chelsea have to win this game. That's what I think. I think you need to win this game.
I agree. I think we should have the mindset that we need to win. We're at home, and we know the second leg's at the Emirates.
And we've got a great record at home this season. We haven't lost a game
and our record at the Emirates is poor in recent years.
We haven't lost a game at home at the Emirates, although this is one of those games that could end up in penalties and things like that. It was a draw. But if you don't beat us at Stamford Bridge, you'd have to fancy Arsenal as the favourites.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a must not lose for both teams, especially us at home. But I think in terms of the pressure to win, the pressure's on us to win because we're going to have an atmosphere that we can't necessarily recreate at the Emirates because obviously it's going to be your turn to have the majority. So, and it's the manager's first game, so I think that plays a bit of a part as well. So you got to, first game at home, you got to use that to advantage and try and build up something, some momentum. Predictions for Chelsea versus Arsenal first leg. We both said a draw on weekend roundup.
And I'm sticking by that. I just feel it's going to be another one of these tight games.
We can be conservative and cordial in the first leg. Second leg, all hell break loose.
All hell break loose. And I think it might be, there's a new manager. If he's a new manager, is he going to really go for it? Or
exactly.
And then Mikel Arteta, I think away from home, he doesn't really go for it either, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can see a 1-1.
I can see both teams cancelling each other out. The reason why I'm going to say a draw, and I usually try and go over win, everybody who knows me will know I try to go with the chest and all sorts. But in terms of this game, there's some subplots that haven't been confirmed. We don't know if Cole Palmer, Reece James and Gusto are going to start. The manager said he's going to make a decision on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Reece James has to start, no?
He has to start. That's the thing. If Reece James doesn't start this game, if he doesn't start this game, it's a problem for us.
Who have you got on the weekend?
We have after this Brentford, but it's more about their fitness. I think not really about resting or anything like that. So he wants to play his strongest team, but we need to confirm that those three are available. I also, because I don't know the manager in this dugout in this type of game too well, what he's going to be like. He could say in the press conference he wants to go for it, free flowing attacking football. But if you see Arsenal have a couple of transitions and start forcing Sanchez into saves. As much as you want to win your first game in the Bridge, you cannot lose your first game at home to Arsenal.
I'd be surprised if he really went for it.
Yeah, you've got to be careful, man. You've got to be careful.
You're playing against an Arsenal team that, they've only lost 2 games this season. They don't lose a lot of games. And there was a current player that I met the other day who said, he goes, boy, you lot are so hard to play against. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is he going to go...
You got...
And then risk in your first game, like you said, it'd be a risky approach because suppose you lose that 2-3-0, then everything straight away, everyone's negative.
Boy, yeah.
So...
You can't lose that game convincingly.
Nah.
Losing that game is bad enough.
You know, and it's going to be a strong Arsenal team. I think this will be a strong Arsenal team as well. Like we came to the bridge, no Gabriel, no Saliba.
Yeah.
They're back.
Yeah.
It's going to be a strong Arsenal team defensively. I can't see him just...
Opening up shop.
I think you go for it more than us.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're at home.
But you got calculated.
And I think that's the way you kind of play. But I think he's got to be sensible.
You got to be a sensible attack, yeah. I'll go 1-1 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
May the best team win, man.
Yeah, well, actually, listen, second leg.
Even if we're not the best team, I want to win.
Fair and square, yeah? No, we don't care about that.
Take care, bro.